All right, guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today I have a tool that every one of you are going to need. In fact, you need two of them. All right, I will make sure to put links in the top comment and the description box so you guys can find them, especially the 2-packs. And if you want to know why you need 2-packs, watch the end of the video. It won't be that long. But this, my friends, is a siphon hose. Now, I learned about this when my brother had a bunch of hot tubs and we'd have to flip them for tourists when they'd check in. He had one of these hooked to about a 3-foot stick taped onto it, and then we would use it to suck out stuff out of the bottom of hot tubs after you refill it, like sand or anything that came out of the well or came out of the sand filter. Now, we also would just let them run to dump the hot tub faster. So there's some uses outside of what I'm going to show you today. But what I really want to show you is two different things you absolutely need this for. They're super cheap, and all it is literally is a hose with a brass check valve. Make sure if you get one of these, you either use our links or buy one that's petroleum proof. In other words, you can use solvents with it. But the first use is transferring water. Now, you're going to take your hose, and we're going to take our check valve side, and we're going to put that down in the water we want to transfer. And you want to put the other end into a bucket. So, I'm going to put that in the bucket, and then I'm going to put this in the water. And all I'm going to do is do this. I'm going to move it up and down. Hit that check valve, make it start running. And then once you do, you stop, and you have running water. And you don't have to do anything. You want it to be running downhill, okay? It's important that it's running downhill. You always want this elevated to where you're trying to put it into. It will work, but you may have to do it a little bit more manually and keep it going. But if you come over here and look in this bucket, it's actually filling up quite fast. And I'm doing nothing. And it is just sitting there running into that bucket. I mean, look at that. That's a good flow rate. And I don't have to do nothing. It'll just sit there and fill it. When we were pouring concrete at the tiny house and I had all these containers full of water, this is how we got it out of these containers we've been storing it in, into the buckets fast. We could put one in there while we're mixing a bag, then come back over, grab this, and start another one. We just kept doing it. But you already went through half that bucket in the moment you've been watching. But that's not all these can do. So let's go ahead and go up to the main house and I'll show you what else they can do. All right, guys, so this is why I said you need a second one. I think you can figure out what's about to happen here. Rather than holding up a huge tank trying to pour it in, these things always leak. I want to show you how easy it is to solve this problem. That's why I said make sure you get one that can handle solvents. So we put the end in, and then I'm going to do this. Usually I would just shove this down the hole, but then you guys can't see it actually working. And all we're going to do is get it started, and boom. And there it is. Now come over here and you can see it. And just that simple, I don't have to work. And it will move that gasoline really fast. I mean, look at it going. Now, the one thing I'm going to say about this, and if you want to get a little closer, honey, to show them coming out, that's a good flow rate. But I don't have to work. I can stand here all day. This is easy. Now, if I just shoved the hose in because you guys didn't need to see it, it'd be even easier. But all I got to do to stop it is pull up. Boom, it's done. I pour out what's in the hose, shake it out a little bit. It's solvent safe, so it doesn't matter. And boom, I'm done. I didn't have to hold the tank up there. It didn't drip all down the side of the car. You guys know these tanks leak. And the worst part is if you got a tank that doesn't have the burper on it, it just goes broop, 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 and you're stuck going like this 100 times trying to get the stupid thing to work. Knock all that out. A few dollars, guys. It's only a few dollars literally, and it's going to be the best tool you can have. Now, I will take red tape and put it around this part. That way Missy and I both know that this one is for gasoline. So whether we're doing it for chainsaws, the log splitter is notoriously bad because I end up dropping gasoline on the muffler when it's hot, refilling it when it drips. So using this solves that problem. But the same thing, you have to remember one thing. You need that tank to be higher than what you're putting it into. It's that simple. Links will be down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one.